Have you ever prayed with all your heart, yet it feels like heaven has gone completely silent? What if the silence isn't proof that God has forgotten you, but part of a season that's preparing you? The Bible reminds us that we walk by faith, not by sight. Sometimes the greatest work happens before we can see it. Today, we'll explore 7 signs that many believers see as reminders that God may be shaping them through difficult seasons. The first sign is unexpected closed doors. Rejection hurts. Opportunities disappear. Plans fall apart. But a closed door doesn't always mean your journey is over. Sometimes what feels like rejection becomes protection, guiding you away from what you cannot yet see. Stay with me, because the next sign surprises many faithful people, and it could completely change the way you see your current season. The second sign may be the hardest to recognize. Your strength is being stretched beyond what feels comfortable. You pray for relief, but instead, each day seems to demand more patience, more courage, and more faith than the day before. Just as a tree grows stronger by resisting the wind, faith often grows stronger through challenges we never asked for. What feels like pressure today may be building a foundation that can support tomorrow's blessings. Some of the strongest believers in Scripture walked through long seasons of waiting before seeing God's promises fulfilled. Even when the road feels lonely, remember that you are never walking it alone. Sometimes your greatest breakthrough begins at the exact moment you feel like giving up. The next sign is one that many people misunderstand, and it might already be happening in your life. The third sign is quiet, but incredibly powerful. You begin letting go of things that once controlled your heart. The things that once seemed impossible to release slowly begin losing their grip on your life. Instead of being driven by fear, you begin taking small steps forward with trust. Real transformation often starts on the inside, long before anyone else notices a change. Situations that once filled you with panic begin teaching you patience instead. Scripture reminds us that lasting change begins in the heart before it appears in our circumstances. You may not feel completely different overnight, but every faithful step is shaping the person you're becoming. The fourth sign is often overlooked, yet it has the power to completely change the direction of your life. The fourth sign doesn't usually happen overnight. It begins quietly, deep inside your heart. The things that once seemed most important slowly begin losing their place in your heart. You begin searching less for temporary success and more for lasting purpose. Jesus taught that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. A peace that can't be purchased begins replacing the pressure to prove yourself. Small daily choices slowly shape the direction of an entire lifetime. When your priorities begin changing, your decisions begin changing too. The fifth sign often feels confusing at first because it arrives disguised as waiting. The fifth sign often feels like disappointment, but it may actually be preparation. There are seasons when it feels like nothing is moving, even though God may still be working in ways you cannot yet see. A seed spends its longest season underground before anyone celebrates the harvest. Waiting does not always mean something is wrong. Sometimes waiting is where faith grows the deepest. Many stories in Scripture remind us that seasons of waiting often came before moments of incredible purpose. The greatest mistake is walking away just because the answer hasn't arrived yet. What if your breakthrough is much closer than your emotions are allowing you to believe? The sixth sign isn't about what happens around you. It's about what begins changing inside you. The sixth sign isn't something other people notice first. It's something you begin feeling deep within your own heart. The person who once reacted with fear now pauses to pray. The person who once rushed ahead now seeks wisdom first. Real transformation is rarely loud. It often happens through small, faithful choices made every single day. Scripture encourages believers to be transformed by the renewing of their minds, a reminder that lasting change begins within. The storm around you may not disappear immediately, but your heart begins responding differently. No act of faith is wasted. Even the smallest step forward can lead to a completely different future. Take a moment to remember where you started. You may still have a long journey ahead, but you are no longer standing where you once were. The final sign may be the most meaningful of all, because it has less to do with circumstances and more to do with hope. The seventh sign may be the most beautiful of all, because nothing around you has changed yet, but something inside you has. Faith doesn't always begin after the miracle. Sometimes it begins long before the answer arrives. You may not know what tomorrow holds, but you can still choose to trust the one who does. No night lasts forever. Even the darkest sky eventually gives way to morning. Think about every challenge you've already survived. Each one became part of the story that shaped your faith. If you're still breathing, then your story is still being written. Don't let today's uncertainty convince you that tomorrow has no promise. Perhaps the greatest miracle isn't simply seeing your circumstances change, but becoming the person who continues trusting even while they haven't. Which of these 7 signs spoke to you the most? Take a moment to reflect, and if you'd like, share it in the comments below. And if this message encouraged your heart today, consider sharing it with someone who might need hope. Thank you for watching, and may God's peace guide you through every step of your journey.